Mrs. Koniba, he never tire you. Them scam you the first time, you no learn. The second time, now only receipt you collect. The third time, you made an outright payment, then block you. At this point, it is no longer becoming a trend. It is now becoming a movement of people like yourself getting scammed every day. I'm trying to understand how and why you put your hard-earned money into something you do not understand. You don't need to be a lawyer like me to understand real estate. Hi, I am Dr. Mayomi Williams, a trusted real estate guide and advisor at Cozy Havens Limited, with over a decade of experience helping thousands of Nigerians, home and abroad, invest wisely in verified, fast approaching locations. I don't just sell, I verify, I educate, and most importantly, I guide. Now, my goal is very simple. I help you build wealth one verified property at a time. No need to worry if you don't understand any part of real estate. It is my job, Mr. Property, to educate you on that. Now, let's go to one of the most frequently asked questions. Land titles and documents. I can see you move your head because it is also a worry for you. Now, I am going to break it down as if I'm explaining to my 5-year-old daughter, Shekina, very beautiful girl. I am going to explain land titles and documents in such a way that a 5-year-old will understand. And after this, trust me, whenever any realtor, broker, or agent is talking about any of these things, you have a foreknowledge of what they are talking about, and you are no longer kept in the dark. I need you to stay glued to this channel. I need you to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get updates when we are dropping valuables just like this. Remember to like, comment, and share to other people so that the algorithm can push it out to other like-minded people who are also in the dark about regular controversial real estate problems such as this. I will see you in a bit. So let's pretend land is like a sweet, yummy cake. I'm sure you want to find out who owns the cake. Is it safe to eat? And also, if the baker gave permission to sell it, that is where documents come in. Now let's touch on each and every land document and titles. Break it down in a way you understand. Number one, receipts. When you make a purchase, the seller gives you a receipt to say, yes, I collected money from you. But it doesn't prove you own the land. It only proves you paid. You get it now. Number two, contract of sale. This is a signed legal agreement that says, I agree to sell, you agree to buy. It outlines the price, the terms, and the timeline. You can think of it as a promise letter before the handover or proper transfer. Number three, deed of assignment. Now, this is a document that says, I, the old owner, have officially transferred ownership of this land to you. It transfers ownership from one person to another. Change of ownership. If you don't have the deed of assignment, you are just quoting. And from this, you can see the difference between the contract of sale and the deed of assignment. And yes, remember to register your deed of assignment. Number four, ladies and gentlemen, is survey. Now, survey is like a map that shows you where your land is, how big it is, what surrounds your land, and if it is a government land or it's a free land. I'm sure you wouldn't want to buy a land only to find out that you built on a drainage or a road, would you? Number 5 is allocation letter. In fact, I get asked this question a lot on this particular one. Allocation letter is a letter you get from the government or an estate developer telling you about your specific plot and the location. It is a proof of physical allocation, but it is not a proof of ownership on its own. In fact, this particular document is more ceremonial. Let me use that word. This, no doubt, is the most popular land title in Nigeria. I'm sure a lot of people have been scrolling because this is the one you want to hear. The most popular land title in Nigeria is C of O. Certificate of occupancy. So let's just break it down in its simplest form. It sounds like a big deal, but I'm going to explain in such a way that you will understand. So I tell people that your certificate of occupancy is like the birth certificate of your land. It's an open secret that all lands belong to the government. Now, the permission you get from the government to occupy, live, or use that land is what is referred to as a C of O. Don't you understand that? Very simple. It is not a big deal. Government, I know you, all land belong to you, but you see this chicken portion, I want to use it. And the government is like, oh, now I recognize you legally as the owner of this portion of the land. Is that complicated? But remember, it is for a fixed period. So the C of O is the certificate, is the birth certificate of your land. Very simple. Getting permission from the government to use a particular land or portion of land. Government giving you, and that permission is the certificate of occupancy. Oh yeah, occupy, live there, use it for your use. Number 7 is excision. Hey, Mr. Williams, which one is excision again? All this land title used to give me headache. Me, I don't understand though. Take it easy, calm down. I will explain to you. Excision, ladies and gentlemen, is the government saying, yes, all land belongs to me. But now I have taken my share and I am releasing this portion back to the community to be used privately. Now, it is this part that the government is releasing to these communities that they sell to private owners, developers, and every other people you know. So excision is just a title saying that part has been released by the government to the community. Number 8 is the Gazette. I'm sure a lot of you can remember the Excision Abi. Under the 1978 Land Use Act, government owns all land. Now, government is saying for Excision, all land belongs to me, but I'm releasing a part of this land and I'm giving it back to the. Now, there is an official record book where this is recorded to make it official. That official record book is known as the Gazette. Think of it as a school register where all lands that are free and recognized by the government for private ownership are recorded. So if your land is not recorded in that book, it might still be under government acquisition. Number 9, ladies and gentlemen, is the governor's consent. And this is also a very, very popular land title in Nigeria. But before we proceed, remember to subscribe, like, follow, comment, share this video That is the only thing I need from you, because there are other people that need this video. There are other people that need this video, and I need the algorithm to show them as well, because they don't know. They are in the dark. When they hear these land titles, it seems they are hearing another language entirely. So the reason we do this type of educational video is to educate clients. You really need to know before you buy. The only reason a lot of people are being scammed is because they do not know. Do you understand? So please remember to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share. Now back to number 9, governor's consent. Under the Land Use Act, all land belongs to the government. The C of O is like taking permission from the government. I know all land belongs to you, but I need your permission to use this particular land or occupy this particular land, and you get what you get, a certificate of occupancy for a fixed period of time. Now, the governor's consent. Please, before we proceed, let me explain something. No two persons can own a C of O on the same land. Please, let's note that. No two persons can own a C of O on the same land. A land can have just one C of O. So what do? You now go to the governor. Governor, Oga Governor, this land that has C of O, I beg, can I take over this land from the former owner? Now, you get the thumbs up, which is the governor's consent. The governor consent. We remember all land belongs to the governor, so the governor needs to be aware that that land is changing hands. Do you understand? So you are bringing to the attention of the governor that it has a C of O, but I mean they buy them now. I get your go ahead to proceed. No, of course. She can. Do you understand? So it is required by law for secondary transfers of ownership. Number 10 is more like a bonus, but I know people will ask in the comments, so let's just touch it. Number 10 is the power of attorney. And this is when the owner has given power to someone to represent them or sell land on their behalf. Simple as ABC, nothing complicated. When the owner has given somebody the power or the go-ahead to represent or sell on their behalf. So ladies and gentlemen, the Land Use Act of 1978 changed everything. It says land belongs to the government, but the government has that right to give rights to individuals to occupy and use the land. Now, every document you have their own parts. They have their own importance. Some is just to tell you about the location, some is just to tell you about the transaction, and some is to protect your rights in case issues happen. Now, the more detailed your documents are, the safer your investment. Now that you understand each document on a very simple, basic level without racking your head, now it is easy for you to make buying decisions, especially when these documents are called. You are not left in the dark, you are not left in the cold. You understand what it means, and this will guide you in making good buying decisions. And note, this video is not to replace your lawyer. Your professionals have their role to play. This video is not done to replace your lawyer or your surveyor. No, it is to give you basic understanding of land titles and documents, because when you know better, you will buy better. Do you understand? It is very, very important you buy right, and that is why we have decided to do a very regular, easy to understand video for each and every one of you. And if you need to invest in Lagos, Ogun, Ibadan, Abuja, secured, verified, both affordable and luxury properties that you can buy and go to sleep, Mr. Property, to make sure that we guide you, we work with you, every step of the way until you make that buying decision. We protect you. We make sure that you are shielded from uncertainties that the market hold. And that is what Cozy Havens Limited is all about. And that is part of the reason we do educational videos like this, so that the more people that are ready to buy can contact us without any nightmare. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora are afraid of investing back home because a lot of people are just pushing real estate down their throats. Nobody's breaking it down, nobody's explaining. So a lot of people are buying things they do not know about, and they get scammed easily. They are easy targets for mischievous real estate people out there. So in case you want to make buying decision, land, houses, or investment or agro investment in major areas, fast rising locations, both in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun State, Ibadan, call the number scrolling somewhere on your screen, or click the link in the description below, and we will be happy. We are waiting to hear from you. We are waiting to hold your hand. It's going to be like a stroll in the park for you, because we have done all of the hard work for you. The other part is going to be like a stroll in the park for you. We will hold your hand through the entire process, carry you along every step of the way until you cross the finish line. I remain Dr. Mayomi Williams, aka Mr. Property, the property, because property is the property. I will see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to family and friends who you feel this video will benefit. I will see you in my next video. Boomba!